Hello and welcome to DFS Coach Talk. It is Sunday, March the 20th, 2022. I am Joe Sarvati, affectionately known as Coach, and I am here to talk to you about my top three prize picks and prop plays of the day. We are a sizzling 13-2 in our last 15 plays on prize picks. So how about we give you three more winners today? And let's stretch that to 16-2. I think that sounds pretty darn good. All right, we're going to dive right in. If you want to check us out, by the way, dfscoachtalk.com. You can join us, jump in our Discord, see all of our activity in there. We've got all our DFS plays, our prize pick plays. We'll talk about them throughout the day in Discord and then lock them in before 30 minutes before lock. So check us out. If you want to come in 3 days, $10, can't beat it. Just go to dfscoachtalk.com. All right, here we go. My number 3 pick for the day is Kevin Porter Jr. over 4 rebounds. It's going to be an up and down game without question. You've got two of the fastest 4-paced teams in the entire league, and they are going to get up and down. I think with that many possessions, that many shots getting up, with Memphis being the 4th fastest pace and Houston 2nd, you're going to see a lot of attempts. Porter is a good size guard. He gets down there, mixes it up. They're going to be looking to push the ball. And the best way to do that is if your point guard gets in there and scoops the rebound and pushes it up the floor. Also, I really think that this is a good game for them. It's the first night of a back-to-back, but they're a young team. They're playing at home. They've had some momentum in home games. Their record's still poor, and they do lose quite a bit, but they are sticking in there and scrapping. So I think it stays close enough, long enough that Porter gets a solid run. And for the reason, like I said, I think the size guard he is and the aspect they're going to want to get the ball and go, I really like over 4 rebounds, Kevin Porter. My second favorite pick of the day is in a game, Boston at Denver. I like the second and first pick coming out of that game. Number one, it's the first night of a back-to-back for Boston. So on the road in the elevation in Denver, not the best spot for this Boston team. A couple other things, the 24th and 22nd pace. So I think there'll be less possessions, slower paced game. And then on top of that, you've got defenses, especially on the Boston side. They're number 1 in the entire league. Nobody can touch them defensively. So I think they slowed Denver down quite a bit. Denver's gotten better. They're in the middle of the pack, 15th. So a lot of things to look at here. And here's the reason. Those are a lot of the reasons why I like these two unders in this game. The second favorite pick of the day, Monte Morris, under 11.5 real points. Everything I stated, defense of Boston, etc., all comes into play with that. And then also the fact that Bones Highland is becoming really a go-to guy. He was not only in the game to finish this last game, but he took the last shot, game-winning shot that almost went in. So I think the split time for Morris, all the other aspects of the slowdown, the defense, and everything else, I think Monte can stay under 11.5 real points here for this game. My favorite play on the slate is under 19.5 PRA for Al Horford. Multiple reasons, all that I said there, the elevation, all the defense, etc. On top of that, being the first night of a back-to-back for Boston, Horford doesn't usually get extended too much in those type of games. I think that just his having to face a pretty stout front line of Gordon, Green, and the Joker, those are some big guys that can rebound, get in there, mix it up. So I don't think Horford gets a lot of easy looks or easy rebounds. Elevation game for the veteran, first game of a back-to-back. Even if he has 10 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists, he's under the number, and that's about what I have him at. And so if he's 2.5, 3 under my projection, makes him a very strong play for me. So again, my top 3 plays here at DFS Coach Talk on this Sunday for Prize Picks are Kevin Porter Jr. over 4 rebounds, Monte Morris under 11.5 points, and Al Horford under PRA 19.5. That is it, my friends. Hopefully you take that to the bank. Hit those. Even if you get 2 out of 3, you can get some cash in there. Hopefully we jam all 3 in there for you for some winners on this Sunday. Check back here in about an hour or so. We're going to have NBA DFS pod with all 9 games. We're doing the 2 afternoon and 7 main slate. And it's the debut of our own Deb Lutz. Can't wait to have her on there with me as we're going to break down all the games. So thank you so much for listening. As always, keep an eye out for our number 1 prize pick play of the day to go along with our partners, the Fortune 4 guys. We'll put our 2 top picks for the day together for the overall slate that we'll be sharing on Twitter. So keep an eye out. We're at DFS Coach Talk. I'm at Joe Sarvadi, JoeSarvadi. You can catch us on YouTube at DFS Coach Talk. If you're watching on YouTube, quick thumbs up. That's super important to us. Hit that subscribe button, and while you're at it, hit that little alarm in the upper corner. That lets you know every time one of our podcasts posts. Thank you very much. Have a great Sunday. We've got all kinds of action going on. How about the big sweep today? Let's get it done. So have a great one. We'll talk to you here in a little bit with our DFS NBA podcast. Have a great one, and we'll catch you tomorrow and later this afternoon as we look to crush it in DFS.